Would you say you're ready for judgment? I'm Mitch Kimbrell, one of the pastors at Christ Memorial Church, and we've come now to the end of our devotionals in the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, as we've been saying, was written by Solomon, a man who had experienced all the world's pleasures to the full, and he had found them wanting. That's why he says in this book that life is vanity. It's vanity of vanities, this earthly life, this life under the sun. He's tried it, and it's been found wanting. So, what is it that redeems this vain life? What's Solomon telling us we ought to do as we discover that life is vain? Well, at the very end of the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verses 13 and 14, Solomon writes, "The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether good or evil." So how do we redeem this vain life? By fearing God and living in light of God's judgment. And how do you do that? Well, the Bible tells us we do that by believing in God's Son. Jesus said in the Gospel of John, chapter 5, verse 24, "Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life. He does not come into judgment, but has passed from death to life." Do you hear what Jesus said? By believing in God who sent Jesus, by believing in Jesus who God says we should listen to, we don't have judgment, but rather we have eternal life. And that's what Solomon is after, by telling us to get ready for judgment. And we get ready for judgment by believing in God's Son, Jesus. So as we come now to the end of Ecclesiastes, as we've heard Solomon tell us that this life, this earthly life, is vain, let's listen to the wisest man who ever lived. Let's hear him tell us that this life ain't it. He tried it, and he found this isn't the one to be focused on. Instead, let's focus on the life to come. Let's prepare for the judgment to come by believing on God's Son, Jesus. Have a great day.